Hey there everyone, welcome to another Train Sim World free live stream by me, SpursRail96. For today's live stream, I thought I'd take a look at one of the routes that come with the base Train Sim World free game, and is actually my favourite modern United Kingdom route, and that is Southeastern High Speed. We're going to have some fun doing a variety of passenger services. Maybe we will squeak a freight service in, but I can't guarantee that. Right, I think we shall do a service with the 465-9 Southeastern service from London Victoria to Sheerness on Sea, taking over the train at Rochester and going as far as Rainham. So let's rock and roll. Hope everyone has had a good weekend. I've had a good weekend. Busy, but good. Hey Liam, nice to see you. Hope you're well. Oh, that's great. Oh, great to hear. Bet you're relieved to be back at home. I know the feeling when you're in hospital for quite a long period of time. It feels like never ending. Okay, so what service have we got today? Okay, it's a service late in the day. Let's turn on the motion blur to aid the stream's performance. So set up the cab. Get the lights on. Somehow the game feels very slow. Blimey. Feels like the game needs a bit of a wake up. Wake up, game. Heating, lights, tail lights, headlights. Set to the daytime position. There's the 700. Coming into the platform. Gauge lights set to max. Can this be turned on? No, it can't. I think everything's all set, ready to go. There we go. Right, let's get going. Two 465s and a 700 for company. Alright, let's go to the first stop, which is Chatham. Chatham is not far away at all, literally just over half a mile away. Joshua Lang, hey, nice to see you, hope you're well. Love this route and love to see you live. Hope you're well. We are, thank you, appreciate that. Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. Not too bad at all. Just need to pick up the pace a little bit. Hey Commando, nice to see you, hope you're well. I'm very well, thank you, hope you're well too. Liam got released on Thursday, football tournament, team was Saturday. Alright, fair enough. Well done. It's always nice to get on the game and have a drive on Southeastern High Speed. I just love the variety of things you can do. I mean, yeah, you've got 3 electric multiple units to do your, well, technically 4, but like 3 commuter style trains, and you've got one that goes very, very fast, a high speed train, the 395 Javelin. The 66 has quite a big role on this route with the amount of freight you can do, shunting and Hoo Junction. If you add the railhead treatment train, that's an added bonus. And then you've got all the other bits and bobs you can do, from additional locomotives from other routes, like the TGV, what else? The Jubilee steam locomotive, the Class 33, I think the 47 as well. So there's a lot of things going on, and then throw into the mix all the variety of AI movements, in particular in London St Pancras, where there's like 66s, East Midlands trains, HSTs at St Pancras, and if you change, the time of year or season, you may see different bits of AI that you probably wouldn't normally see. I don't even know what season we're in, to be honest. Probably autumn, maybe late summertime, maybe. I have no idea. So here we are at Chatham, Chidley Chatham. We are formed of 8 coaches today. Let's lock the doors and depart the station. I've just noticed the tail lights are on. How are they on? Swear I turned them off. I don't know. Mine's going. Swear to God, I will no longer have a mind. Very shortly, I can assure you. Aye, aye, aye. Right, the next stop is Gillingham. Just under 1.5 miles away. Would help, Spurs, if you turn off your low power mode on your phone. Then I won't have to keep turning it on. Commander, shame I missed your Rest of Wine stream. I watched it anyway after you uploaded it. Yeah, it was good fun. Link Rheinstrecker. Yeah, it was an interesting first look. I think it was a mixed bag overall, scenery wise. Some bits were good, some bits wasn't. But I must say it did feel quite refreshing to have a log-ish style route, and also operate either fast passenger services, intercity services, or local stopping services. Freight I haven't really checked out yet, but I think it's a bit of an afterthought. And it's nice to run alongside, I think it's the biggest river in Germany, the River Rhine, so it's quite unique. Not every route, it's not every day you get to run alongside a river from start to finish. Well, near the start to the finish. But yeah, the 103 I like as well. Really nice addition to the German lineup. I know Dovetail were planning to bring on some physics changes to the locomotive. I think it's in reference to its braking characteristics, but I'll have to wait and see what happens regarding that. Sadly, you need to buy the new game to experience the new physics in the 103, which I strongly disagree. What is, kind of confirmed, but it's best to take it with a pinch of salt, is that Dovetail plan to release the New York Trenton timetable in Train Sim World 3 as well as Train Sim World 4. But the caveat is that they're going to release the New York Trenton on launch day of Train Sim World 4, but not at the same time on Train Sim World 3. So you have to wait for Train Sim World 3, which I think is a bit odd, really, a bit bizarre. Don't know why they would wait. Why wait? Well, I don't know, however many months, maybe weeks, who knows, from the New York Trenton timetable being released on TSW4 and Train Sim World 3. I think they should just be released on both games at the same time. But there's probably a marketing decision behind that, itching people to get the new game. and heck, they might not even release it at all. Do you remember there was a fireman physics, or you know that what was it? Adding tutorials or like a guide as to be a fireman on Train Sim World 2. Yeah, that never happened, and it still hasn't arrived on Train Sim World 3. So hopefully it will arrive soon. It's been far too long, as far as I'm concerned. There's the 395. I can't wait to drive you soon, my friend. Where are you going? Oh, doesn't say. Oh dear. Another thing that's broken. Just what you like to see, not. Right, let's depart. Hey, Banana Craft, nice to see you. Hope you're well. Joshua Lang, if I may ask, what are you looking forward to the most for TSW4? But I do feel they should have sorted out bugs, etc. on TSW3. Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, the problem with releasing a new game every year is that the problems from the previous iteration, they're not going to disappear with a click of a finger. Those problems are likely to remain. I'd be amazed if, very surprised, pleasantly surprised, if Dovetail fix all the things wrong with TSW3 on the day TSW4 comes out. So the bugs you will have experienced on, I don't know, say this route, for example, you will no longer experience on TSW4. I very much doubt that will happen because it's Dovetail. They're all about sticking to those deadlines, those strict dates. The thing I'm most looking forward to about TSW4, well, I don't even know if I'm going to buy it yet, to be honest with you. I'm not completely sold on it, to be honest with you. I don't know. The Austrian, or the route from Austria, or cross-country route, don't know. I don't know much about it, to be honest. I watched back the launch, the announcement stream of TSW4, and the in-game screenshots or the brief footage they showed of the Espan Vorarlberg, I think it's called, in action. I wasn't really convinced on it. It didn't look very good. It looked a bit ugh. I mean, especially in the conditions they showcased the route in. Was it snow time in the daytime? Yeah, it doesn't look good. And obviously for night lighting, that will not have improved because it's basically been the same since day one. Yeah, the thing I'm most looking forward to, the Antelope Valley line is not my cup of tea either. It doesn't seem enough there on the table for me to get excited about. East Coast Main Line, I don't know. I mean, I do like the Azuma. I cannot lie. I do like the fact they've added the Azuma. What was it? 801? Is that what it's called? BR Class 801. And East Midlands, Christ above, what am I saying? The LNER, the London and Northeastern Railway, is a nice brand, and it's good to see it in the game. And it's bringing a iconic railway to life in Train Sim World 4, the East Coast Main Line. The bad thing is I think it's bringing the wrong version to life in Train Sim World 4. I personally think it should have started in London, or maybe even Edinburgh. Yeah, Edinburgh, I think it stops at, doesn't it? It's Edinburgh or Glasgow, it's one of the two, isn't it? But yeah, I've kind of 50-50 on the East Coast Main Line, Peterborough to Doncaster. We'll have to wait and see what it's like. Flying Scotsman is a big draw card for me, I'm not going to lie. I love the Flying Scotsman, and I cannot wait. Well, maybe not immediately, but I look forward to seeing what the in-game recreation will be like. Here we are at Raynham. This is Journey's End, right? It is. Wow. Okay. And then I presume, where does the train go then? It chugs off and then goes up there, I presume. Where's the timetable? Dot matrix display. We have a one. There should be another one on this platform. No? Okay, maybe not. I just wanted to see what else what other stations it would stop at. Calling it Rainham, Kemsley, Queenborough and Sheerness on C. Okay, fair enough. Oh, that's the first service done. Yeah, the most thing I'm looking forward to in Train Sim 4, I don't really know, to be honest. The photo mode is interesting. I like that they've added that. I've wanted to see it in the game for a while. But yeah, I don't know, it's just, there's not enough. There's not many things that really get me excited about it, to be honest. It's kind of like FIFA or the F1 games, where it's pretty much the same, maybe with a new soundtrack, a couple of tweaks, a couple of new bits and bobs, and that's about it, really. I must confess, I'm not as excited as I was maybe a year ago or 2 years ago for the next version of Train Sim World. So we'll have to see whether I'll pick up Train Sim World 4 and release. I don't know. I haven't pre-ordered it yet, but I think I'll have to see. I'll definitely check out the East Coast Main Line like preview, as well as the Flying Scotsman. I want to see what they're like. If they're, if the multiple unit or the Flying Scotsman is, well, crap, or the route is not good, or the stability of that route is bad, then I probably won't buy it. But hey, we'll wait and see. But yeah, there's not many things I'm looking forward to for Train Sim World. Probably 2, maybe 3 at a push, but yeah, it's a bit sad the way Train Sim World has become. But hey, what can you do? Anyway, I think we will do a run going from Dartford to Faversham, or London Bridge to Ramsgate. So let's do that. Well, have a look at the live chat. Oh, hope you're well, Banana Craft. By the way, Liam's got a busy week going to Spain. How to get a classic car, 1979 Rolls Royce Silver Shadow, which cost 16 quid. You're going all the way to Spain to pick that up? Blimey, you might as well have, I don't know, get someone to deliver it to you or something. Commander, yeah, my main issue with it is the fact they put a modern 110 on there. Bit immersion breaking, seeing GSMR and modern screens in the route. That's meant to be sent in the late 90s. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they don't even have dot matrix displays on not the Niedertalbahn, but Lingreinstrecke as well. Maybe they didn't have PIS or passenger information screens in Germany back then. I don't know. Right. Right, the wipers turned on. Right. Why are the wipers on? I haven't got a clue. What are these? Fan speed. Why are the wipers on? I didn't even turn them on. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, we're in the 465. Oh, I wanted to be in the 375. Oh well, never mind. It's not the end of the world. So we are at Dartford, this time in the morning. Is this me? No, that's London Victoria. This is me here, going to Ramsgate. Right, let's rock and roll. full power. Eight-car train, or 8-coach train I should say. As always for the 465s. I'm not sure if there's a 4-coach variation you can run on Southeastern High Speed. Imagine you can, maybe like once in the morning or once late at night. Alright, the first stop is Greenhithe for Blue Water. There's some sidings over there. I don't believe you can park the train in those sidings. Or I believe so. I don't know if you can or not. Hey, I'm Tractor EMD. Hope you're well. Commander TSW4 is just a paywall update for the bare minimum changes. Yeah, this is why there should be some regulation for video games and quality assurance. It would be nice to have some regulations, but that's not gonna happen, is it? We should have had like regulations like 10 years ago, but there we go. That's just how the world works these days. That's probably why Dovetail don't want me to be an ambassador. I know I was asked if I could be an ambassador. I did say, yeah, I'll be an ambassador for you, but I think they were afraid of me speaking my mind on their social media services. So yeah, that's probably why they didn't want me to be an ambassador. Even if I was an ambassador, I would try and push the boundaries of being honest with people when representing the company on their, streams or stuff like that. Because the problem with being an ambassador is that you have to be lovey-dovey and praise, Dovetail like crazy. You can't say anything bad about them, which I think is just. I personally disagree with that, but Dovetail wants to be shown in a gleaming light, like they're the best, simply the best, better than all the rest. I know, I had to use that song, from, was it Tina Turner, isn't it? Yeah, simply the best, better than all the rest. Right, Greenhithe for Blue Water is just over 1 mile away, and then I'll have a sip of tea and a twirl chocolate. Liam Dovetail, we should have Flying Scotsman put it up for 60 quid. So it seems we're not going to stop at every station. That's Stone Crossing. One thing I can't complain when it comes to Train Sim World is its visual quality. Not with the routes; it's a little bit up and down, but definitely with their weather. The rain, not so much, but the clouds, tech, the new skybox, the volumetric fog. I can't complain. At times, it looks very, very good. Like close to photorealism at times. The interesting is that they're adding volumetric fog for all the routes that was launched since Train Sim World 3, or any of the old Train Sim World routes that have the updated, cloud tech and skybox. Excuse me. But for the rain effects, or what is it, HD rain effects on the windscreens, they're only adding it for the TSW4 routes onwards. So I don't quite get that, really. Why not add them to the other Train Sim World 3 routes, or routes that were updated with the new visual weather effects? My biggest concern is, will they change the sounds of the rain in the cab? Because that's just grown really annoying and repetitive for me. Like, it's put me off driving in the rain because of the sound of the rain inside the cab. The same old rain sounds we've had for donkey's years. Anyway, here we are. It's a lovely day. Warm though too. It's warm this weekend in the UK. Every time September comes around, we always have like what we should have had in August. Oh well. It's only the kids that will complain, won't it? Going back to school, being shut up, doing their studies. Oh well, that's life, I'm afraid. Right, the next stop is Gravesend. Let's get back in the cab. I'll tuck into my biscuit, chocolate I should say. Ah, lovely. Amtrak to MD got yelled at by a Metrolink conductor for filming on the platform. Oh no. That's a shame. Some people like it, some people don't. Sometimes they don't like cameras just being pointed at faces or stuff like that. I don't normally film trains at stations. If I'm at Reading Station or London Paddington, or any other station I ever go to. If there's like a train I see at the station, I'll probably take a picture of it. I wouldn't really film it as such. Joshua Lang, yeah, agree with everything you say. Well, hopefully Dovetail, the quality of their routes do take a step forward. It means it's going to have to sooner rather than later with the competition, getting stronger, SimRail and Derail Valley Simulator, and I think there's another new game as well that recently caught my attention. Made, I don't know what company it's by. It's like an old Wild West kind of Steam, like sandbox game. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, the most recent route that I have got for Train Sim World 3 was what was it? Peak Forest, which was made by Dovetail Games, and actually I was pleasantly surprised. I thought the route looked absolutely outstanding. At close quarters, distant scenery was higgledy-piggledy as always, but I felt the scenery, close to the track, within your eye line of sight in the cab, or using one of the external camera views. To me, I think Peak Forest was one of the best looking routes I think Dovetail has made for quite some time, which is good, but at the same time not so good, because that kind of quality should remain consistent throughout the release or through the products that Dovetail wish to release, be it routes and locomotives as well, of course. And apparently I've heard the Manchester Glossop line, that was a nice little route visually as well. I don't have that route because it doesn't really interest me yet. I'll probably pick it up on the discount some other time. But yeah, if the last two routes were a step forward in route quality, then hopefully that should be the start of hopefully a long road of decent routes from Dovetail. But of course we'll have to wait and see. Oh, need to brake. We are approaching Gravesend. There we go. Spurs will be the lead judge. Oh, of course. Of course, Amtrak, of course. I think I'll need to get up to speed with how to be a judge in your country, though, I'm afraid. Let alone in my country. I know a friend of mine who's a lawyer, but no, I don't think I'll be asking her for any tips anytime soon. A lawyer or a judge is certainly something I would fall apart almost immediately. ahead of schedule as well. Look at that. Amtrak apparently need a media permit. Oh, that's a first. I don't know. Maybe you do. I don't know. But on the I'm not sure what to get. TSW first or City Skylines. I don't know. I don't know City Skylines as much, to be honest with you, Banana Craft. Whatever you feel you think will be the right investment for you. Commander, is anyone interested in using the guard buzzer every time you stop and before you open the doors you press it once? I've wanted to use the guard buzzer, but I think I just forget, to be honest with you. I think you have to press it, twice is when the doors close or something like that. Does this train should have a guard buzzer? Does it even have a guard buzzer? Maybe the signal bell is the guard buzzer. You can tell I'm so knowledgeable with trains, people. I do a channel focused mainly on trains and world content, and 50% of the time I know, well, pretty much nothing about trains. Well, certainly the rules and procedures, definitely. Liam, if they're afraid of you, I wonder what they think of me. Probably get a restraining order if being negative on the company. That's true. Baronacroft, I don't know, Dovetail will be out at some point by... outdone by... will be outdone at some point by another train again. Probably. It's only a matter of time, I think. But, you know, the fact that they own that... the console market as such, because there isn't really any competitors on that front. Yeah, everything's a bit lovey-dovey for them, isn't it? But if say, I don't know, SimRail was to make a console version, then that's going to get Dovetail certainly on the ragged edge, because they will have to up their game with, well, their game of Train Sim World, because that's going to impact their financial performance, isn't it? And they can't have that. The next stop is Strood, which is just over 6 miles away. Once we've done this service, we'll take the 395 out for a spin from London to Ashford. The rain effects look crappy still. I don't know. I mean, we'll see, won't we? We will see. I haven't seen them like fully in action. Only the like brief pictures or little clips they had in their launch or announcement stream. I mean, they say it was high resolution, but I think the problem is I couldn't really see it. I think the rain effects were a little bit like so small, like I could barely see it. Oh, I could barely see the rain effects. Almost questioning, is it even raining? So, but well, I'll wait and see. You know, that depends on different lighting conditions, how much rain intensity you wish to use. You know, thunder, lightning, all that kind of stuff. Who knows? Well, maybe good, maybe bad. We just don't know yet. Let's increase the pace, increase the speed. Strood is just over 5 miles away. Is that bug still around with fog and rain in some tunnels? I don't know. Not what I've experienced recently. Well, I haven't been in many tunnels recently in the game, so... Amtrak 3D World of Subways produced by TML Studios. Alright, I know that's a good game, World of Subways. Most famous being the London Underground Circle line. I think they made one for New York as well, if I'm not mistaken. That's apparently good as well. Alright, Commander. Oh. How predatory and evil these studios can be. Well, they're certainly aggressive, aren't they, with marketing campaigns and that push for constant revenue, which is their success, really. I am missing. I'm not pressing the horn when I should be, should I? I do apologise. There's Hoo Junction. Couple of 66s. Seems you've got some doing some shunting. SimRail is already on console. Is it really? I never knew that. Commander, the reason you see inconsistencies in quality is because the developers are a year and a half ahead of anything announced publicly. All TSW3 routes were in development way before TSW2 launched. It's interesting, you know, especially once they were purchased by that Respawn Entertainment. It seemed things turned a corner a little bit. You know, the price came down on the 700, the Manchester Glossop line. Maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed, you know, the DLCs will be a little bit cheaper. I mean, if they go back to the original pricing structure, that would be a start. I mean, in this country, I think inflation is coming down, albeit slowly. You know, there's still a lot of pressures on people these days, you know, financially and so on and so forth. But I don't think it is as bad as it was, say, a year or two ago. I don't know, maybe that spooked Dovetail, you know, with the sudden rises and all sorts of costs these days. Maybe they thought, oh crikey, we need to put our prices up so we can, I don't know, survive or something. But yeah, now they're under a new company, Respawn Entertainment. Hopefully that new company will hopefully pump a bit of investment into Dovetail, maybe bring in more people. I think the more staff they have, the better things will be. You know, routes will be made quicker, updates and things will be made quicker, and the more people you have, you won't have to. The people who have been there for a very long time won't have as much responsibility or not as much pressure, so to speak. You know, juggling around with all sorts of things, and feel like they've got the weight of the world on their shoulders. But hey, what's the chances of that happening? I don't know. Strood is just under 1 mile away, and very shortly will be a 15 mile per hour speed limit. Kenny Riviera, hey, nice to see you. Hope you're well. I don't know much about the Antelope Valley line, to be honest with you, Amtrak. All I know is it's a long-ish passenger route in. I don't think it's too far from Cajon Pass, which is kind of not surprising. They'd make a passenger style or passenger / freight route in the area of Cajon Pass, because they could use mostly the same route assets as they had before, and plus they can use the Cajon Pass locomotives to bring some freight to the party, so to speak. I think the F125 locomotive looks quite good, to be honest, and I do admire the fact, you know, Dovetail was quite open to the fact they, you know, were quite close with the brand of Metrolink, you know, allowed them to get up close and record, and take a lot of reference material to be reproduced in the game. You know, maybe the characteristics. There's a train going over the bridge there. Oh. The sounds, the look, the feel. So hopefully it will be a close to accurate representation. Yeah, wait and see. Here we are at Strood. As always, I will say the usual YouTube shenanigans at this point. If you have enjoyed the stream, then yeah, make sure to hit the thumbs up button down below. And if you are watching for the first time, be it live or on playback, then I would really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel. The next stream will be travelling over to Germany. We're going to be taking a look at the high-speed Schnellfahrstrecke Kassel to Würzburg. Joshua Lang, will you do a 700 run? Could do. Might do. Might not. I'm not sure. We'll see how things are going time-wise. Love a twirl. Haven't had a twirl in ages. That's free advertisement right there from for Cadbury's. When I do a stream on again on Birmingham Cross City, I'll definitely be having a Cadbury's branded chocolate. Lovely. I've got another one to go as well. Another twirl. Wonderful. It's okay. I won't get fat, I promise. Honestly, I'm super skinny. I mean, I'm very athletic looking. Not showing off, it's just how I am. Earlier, I watched the MotoGP boys today in the three corners. Yeah, I heard there was a pretty big incident in the MotoGP today. I haven't seen it. I probably don't want to see it back, to be honest. I was focused on the Formula 1, which was a brilliant race. Very pleased with Ferrari. Nice to see them at least trying their best to keep the runaway bulls at bay. Obviously, they failed miserably, but that was a good fight between the two drivers. The next stop is Rochester, just over half a mile away. Urban Autocraft, I'm going to see about 10 days before how things are going for TSW4 before buying it, or when the 5-day free trial is on, then buy it. I don't even know if they're doing a 5-day free trial. I know it's not available on the Game Pass for Xbox, which yeah, that pissed a few people off, because I think Train Sim World 3 was available on Game Pass from day one, so if you had Game Pass you could basically pick it up for free. That's not the case this time around. Yeah, I don't know. Across the bridge, there's a submarine. I think one of the mastery scenery things is like a container ship in the river here. There's a 700. Seen a fair few of them today. Especially considering the fact this 465 has I think it has way more services than the 700 on this route alone. Excuse me. Here we are at Rochester. 700 has departed. Samuel Smith, hey, hope you're well. Nice to see you. I'm very well, thank you. Just doing some passenger activities on Southeastern High Speed. Commando with studio buyers like focus on. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, that isn't shown obvious. Well, hopefully that, you know, we like to think and hope that that isn't their pure reason, but we'll see. It's interesting that Dovetail put a roadmap for the first 6 months. So what's going to happen in the next 6 months? Do they not know what they're going to make yet, or Let's Train Sim World 4 is going to be is going to have a life cycle of 6 months. God help me if they're going to have a yearly game at 6 months old. What is that? Oh, it's a rail tour service. 47. Has to wait for us to go through. Thank you very much. I had a feeling there was a rail tour service from Transpennine somewhere on this route. I just didn't know what time. Our next stop is Chatham. Banana Craft, only if you pre-order you get 5 days early access. It adheres to before depending on... Oh right, I see what you mean. I thought you meant like 5-day free trial. I was like, where's that come from? I wouldn't dare do a thing like that. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this early access thing. Like, surely you can wait a few more days. Surely. I mean, let's be honest, the game ain't gonna change much in the space of 5 days, is it? A bit too slow. I would love to use this 465 on the Brighton Main Line. We so need this train on Brighton Main Line. Well, it is on the route, but as AI, sadly. It would be nice to do some passenger runs with it. And the 700 as well, of course, for Thameslink. All aboard, people. What's that? Dreading long lines. Skip the queue with express cars. Tail Express. What's this? Trek and treat with Trek Pass tours. Is that Go Home Pass? It is. Why on earth would you want to advertise Go Home Pass in the southeast of England? I don't know. Oh dear. God, it sounds like it's 465. Magnifique. I think it's a better sounding multiple unit than 700 personally. The next stop is Gillingham, just over 1 mile away. Oh yes, Samuel Smith. I have an aggressive driving style. Not ridiculously aggressive to a point where I'm going to go for a red light at 100 miles per hour or crash into the station. I remain on the edge, let's say, when it comes to speed limits. I mean, I'm sure the passengers won't mind going full blood and thunder with the throttle. They probably like it. Gets them to their destination quicker. Oh yeah, but Fallout 76, yeah, that was a disaster. So was what was that game? Oh no, I forgot what it was called. I forgot what it's called. Really good game, right? Well, it was a terrible game to start with. What's the game called? That's going to be in my mind. Or Cyberpunk, that's it. Cyberpunk 77 or whatever it's called. I remember when that was released. That was a shambles of a game. Thankfully, it's been patched up since then. Got a red signal. Just exiting the tunnel here. So we'll come to a halt and wait until we can proceed into Gillingham. There we go. Let's have a look. There's a train in front of us. Alright, fair enough. I'll let it off. Liam, day one of early access, I wonder. I mean, even the menu of a Train Sim World 4 is exactly the same. The layout, everything. Just the pictures on the menu tiles are different, and the musical soundtrack. I'll give credit to the team that does the music side of things for the game. They've really upped their game. I love the musical soundtrack in Train Sim World 3. It is a shame it's kind of evolving, because I think if they kept the same menu soundtrack as we have now, yeah, I would have been fine with that. I think it like evolves over time, like from route to route or something. I need to brake. Whoops, that's me sacked from Southeastern. Oh dear, never mind. Ah well, we're still on the station, aren't we? Passengers have to walk a bit more, that's all. Add a few more steps to their Apple Watches or Google Watches or whatever you call them. Now I will have a sip of tea. I'm rather thirsty. Rail Donkey, hey, how are you? Tea and biscuits with the boss? I have. I've got tea. Not quite biscuits, but I've got tea and a 12 chocolate. Anyway, I hope you're well, Rail Donkey. Oh, lovely. Oh, it's needed. The next and final stop is Faversham. Wow. That's a hell of a trek without a stop. Like 16 miles. Wow. Horn isn't quite as responsive, so you can't do a little tap dance with the horn. Lovely. Yeah, I'm good, Rail Donkey, thank you. Not too bad at all. Just doing some passenger bits and bobs on the Southeastern High Speed. What even is the time? It's only 10 to 9, wow. I thought it'd be a lot later than that. So you've got the Gillingham sidings, or depot, should I say, to the right. You can park the multiple units down there. Our speed limit will be increasing shortly to 80 miles per hour. Samuel Smith, I'm going to be driving the 403 along Kassel to Würzburg in Germany. Very nice too. I'll be doing that tomorrow in tomorrow's stream, Monday the 4th of September. I can't believe we're in September. That's crazy. So yeah, if you want to come along and see me drive some express trains at very high speed on quite I think a good German route. I've grown more fondly with Kassel Würzburg, then yeah, feel free to come along. Roughly the same time tomorrow night in the UK, at 8:30 PM ish UK time. Then yeah, I look forward to seeing you all there. And yes, I do have all the other German locomotives that add other services to the route, etc, etc. Need to brake. What service is this? That's a long way of no stops. I'll show you in a minute. Does it pop up here? Yeah, this is the what time did the service start? The service started, I don't know, let's say 9:15. This is a service that goes from London Bridge to Ramsgate. We took over the train at Dartford and we're going as far as Faversham. And the train number is 1 Echo 93. Got a yellow, we can carry on for now. Oh no, we've got a red straight away. It's that train in front of us, isn't it? It's probably stopping at every single station. No, maybe not. Okay, that's the 700 that's just chugged into Rainham. Is it Rainham? I think it's Rainham. Yeah. I'm sorry, my brain's gone dead. Here's Rainham. Of course it is. That's the 700's home, platform 0 over there. No other train other than 700's. Stop there. They own the platform 0. I think I'll leave the throttle off for now. Cruise for the time being. Lovely. Probably a fast non-stopper train. Yeah, for Kassel Würzburg, I don't think you can do a non-stop run on Kassel Würzburg. I think you have to stop at Fluda, which is like a station in the middle of the map. I think every passenger service stops at Fluda, or terminates or starts at Fluda. 12 miles to go until Faversham. Lovely. I look forward to driving the 395 once the service is completed. I just got to remember the correct startup procedure. Once again, I had zero practice on Southeastern high speed. I really should be practicing before I start every stream. I really should. Alright, what's going on with the train ahead? Oh, he's still going. Okay, he hasn't stopped at any station as of yet. Imagine he'll stop here maybe. I wonder what those sidings are for there. Interesting. I may have just go to the hospital, but still. Oh, you've going to take part in that World Series final, are you? Oh, right, that's brave. Considering you've only just come out of hospital. Got a speed limit of 70 miles per hour. Coming up shortly. And we just passed Newington. I finally acknowledged a whistle board. Finally. Ah, lovely. Right, surely we should have a greens soon. Under 10 miles to go until Faversham. Oh, we got a green briefly, and now we're back to a yellow. Where is that other train then? Where's he gone? Ah, he's coming to a stop. I thought he would. I had a feeling it was a station after the start of the Sheerness branch. Oh, we're downhill now, 0.8%. So we won't have to apply any power. Not for the time being, that is. Is that where this train's come from? Slade Green Depot. It's quite cool. It's got a digital clock there displaying the time. I've only just noticed that. Must say the detail in this cab looks pretty damn good. SDO, what does that mean? I don't want to press it. I'll press it. Well, it doesn't do anything. Closed doors. What else have we got? Cab light, horn, wiper mode, contact the signaller. TPWS stop override. The max speed of this unit is apparently 75 miles per hour. Well, I've been a bit faster than that, unfortunately. How's our little friend doing up the line? Yep, still there. Okay. Maybe he's terminated at that station. I do not know. It's such a shame we didn't have the Sheerness branch, because you have it in Southeastern High Speed for Trains Simulator. So I don't know why Dovetail would not include it. You know, especially when doing an extension. You'd think, you know, you've done a huge extension from Ebbsfleet to Ashford, a small little extension from where is it, like Gravesend to Dartford. And then you'd think, oh well, maybe you think it would be logical to add the Sheerness branch. I don't even think the Sheerness branch is that long. I think it's on an island, isn't it? The island of Sheerness or something like that. So maybe modelling an island was going to be a problem, like water textures and all that stuff. I don't know. What do I know? Oh right, I see what you mean, Liam. BWS. Oh, you will take part in the final. I see, in Ipswich. Oh right, okay. Sammy Smith, I don't use the classic controls. They're too confusing for me. Oh really? I prefer using the classic controls because you get rid of the well, for console players, the white cursor. Not sure if there's a way you can get rid of it on the immersion control scheme. One little gimmick I do like with Train Sim 4 is that they've added like haptic feedback on the controllers, and especially for PlayStation 5 players, you know, you can hear the safety systems come out of the speaker on the controller, and signal displays on the light bar. Like if it's yellow signal, you have a yellow light. If it's green, you have a green light. So that I do like as a PlayStation customer. $3.95. Damn, that's a loud church bell. Could hear it in my headphones. And I have the windows closed in the cab as well. Obviously not soundproof. Where's the train up ahead? Where's he going? Oh, he's there, okay. Where is the next station? It might be Faversham. Yeah. Oh no, there is. Oh no, that's the track I'm using. Okay, yeah, I think the next stop is Faversham. Right, we've got a green. Let's increase the power and the speed. We can pick up a bit of speed here. What time are we due in? Just past 10 minutes past 10 in the AM. So we should be okay. Making it to the station on time. Going to wring this train's neck. Five miles to go. Commando, isn't the rules for yellow signal to reduce to 30 or 25 mile per hour till the next signal or something? Something like that in Germany anyway. I don't know. I don't know if there is a particular speed limit in this country anyway. In the UK, that we have a set speed if you're approaching a yellow signal or within a zone that has, you know, two sets of yellow signals. It's a shame the 375 didn't get updated with the 377 physics and sounds in particular from the 377 from Brighton mainline. That would have been cool to see. It may have been updated. I don't know. I can't quite remember. It's very, very similar to the old 377 from the East Coast Way. That's quite a charming little route. East Coast Way. I don't mind that too much. We've got a speed limit of 90. Hey. Getting quicker and quicker. Out in the leafy green countryside is a bit of a super speedway for these commuter trains. 395 is like, this is easy. Commando, they lifted out, so we can sell it to you a year later as an update on the paywall. Actually, nothing. Yeah. Speed limit will decrease as we get closer to Faversham. The first speed limit change is 75. And next it will be 60. Why have you got a red signal? We should have clearance into the station, shouldn't we? Maybe we don't. Right, we'll just have to wait till we be given clearance to drive into Faversham. Right next to a green footbridge. Oh, no, maybe not. We can go. Lima, November, I'm taking part in the U-160, 1600cc. Oh, right. Is it your first time taking part in that kind of series, is it? Either way, hope it goes well for you. November's not that far away, really, when you think about it. Right, chugging into Faversham. Got a 395 and a 375. Albeit that 375 looks like it's going. Yep. He's going home. There should be a 8 to 12 car stop sign somewhere along the platform. I think it's just after this footbridge. Ah, there it is, I can see it. That will do. Not too bad at all. So that's the second service of this stream complete. Dartford to Faversham. Next minute we'll head out on the high-speed track, or HS1, in the 395. I hear 47. Oh, there's 47. Oh, he's caught up quick. Wow. Oh, he wasn't hanging around, was he? Hey, Ben Davis, nice to see you. Hope you're well. Well, sadly, you can't have a steam train on the West Somerset Railway timetable as of yet. There is no. I think Mr. Pedleston said that, you know, he wanted like a steam timetable made specifically for West Somerset Railway, and he wanted to upgrade the timetable for what was it, Peak Forest, but you know, saying it is one thing, doing it is another. So we'll have to see if that ever happens. We will see. What am I doing? Journeys. Let's get the 395. Let's take it out for a spin. Come on, game, load, will you? Christ. The need for speed. Right. Oh, I've already done that one. Okay. Driver Southeastern service from St Pancras International to Ashford. And Ashford International to St Pancras. Right, let's do St Pancras to Margate, shall we? I forgot about that livery. The fact that the 395 has two different paint schemes, you know, one with the Trainbow livery, and obviously the normal standard, like 10-year anniversary livery for Southeastern's flagship train. Okay. Now I've got to figure out how to set up this very, very advanced piece of kit. There we go. Where's the lights? That's the fan, you idiot. No, not light running daytime, thank you. Right, what configuration are we running in power-wise? We should have two sets connected together. I do want to have a little peek at each end of the train. I haven't seen the Trainbow variant at all, really, since Train Sim World 3 came out. Maybe they got rid of it. I don't know. It's definitely not my train, I don't think. It's actually surprisingly stable, considering there's how many? 1, 2, 3, I think 6 trains here. No Trainbow. Trainbow's gone home. He's gone. There's the East Midlands trains, 3 of them. Nice to see them. Right, what have we got to do? I think it's control, I think. Oh, I forgot. Let me check the rear a minute. Oh, the pantograph's already up. Oh, no need to do the change. Oh, fair enough. It's already done for us. That's nice. Thank you. Thank you, Dovetail. Right, we need to do the safety systems. I'm going to try and run all of them at the same time. See a master of failure at work. I think that's all right. Right, let's lock the doors and depart. Off we go. Our first stop is Dartford International, just over 5 miles away. Just a single unit today. There's the 66. Some, I think, cement wagons, if I remember correctly. I think there is occasionally some 700s like in this area, but I'm not really sure if I'm at the right time. I don't know. Apparently they're in the area of Stratford International. like here or there, or I think here, something like that. I don't know. Forgot about my second chocolate. I'll dive into that in a second. Speed limit will be increasing to 124 miles per hour. In the darkness we go. That's the TVM 430's signalling system, I think. It's just turned on. Let's increase speed, full power, let's get going. Come on, anyone, lay on for... Yeah, that's right, yeah. I'm surprised they're still making Train Sim World content for the old Xbox One and PlayStation 4. I mean, if the game is bad at times on the PS5, Lord knows what it must be like on those consoles that came before the PS5. It would be interesting to see, like, when Dovetail eventually dump the Xbox One and PS4, is that going to mean a sudden boost of new bits and pieces visually, or gameplay wise, you know, because they've had to, I suppose, hold back of things they could possibly do, just because they have to keep those consoles in mind. Right, it's time to start braking. Got a slight uphill gradient, 0.5%, we should be okay. Not sure if we stop at Ebbsfleet International, would be nice. I haven't stopped at Ebbsfleet International as of yet. Cut the power for now, the braking I should say. Let gravity take hold briefly. Not too far from St Pancras International. Why it's called Stratford International when there's no international services stopping at Stratford International, I don't know, maybe because it sounds cooler. I don't know, maybe if you stop at Stratford International it makes you think, oh well, it's bigger, it's better. I don't know, maybe I know it's not too far from the West Ham Stadium and the shopping centre at Stratford. I don't know, maybe because they named it International to make people come to Stratford. Experience what we have to offer. Oh, brake. Whoops. Ah well. Never mind. Here we are at Stratford International. Where are we stopping then? Ebbsfleet. Oh, we do stop at Ebbsfleet. Yay! That's nice. I've always wanted to do a service that stops at Stratford and Ebbsfleet. This is Stratford International. I wonder if you get any trains going over that piece of track. Is that another platform? No, it's not. It's just track. I know. Getting excited over a piece of track. What is wrong with me? The train nerd inside of me, honestly. Sure, we've all done it. All had that moment, I'm sure. Right, the next stop is Ebbsfleet International, 16 miles away. Excuse me. Ben Davis. Not good. Train symbol 2. Yeah, you get West Somerset Railway and Train Symbol 4. So everything you have on Train Symbol 3 or even Train Symbol 2, if you're still playing on that game, yeah, it will all be ported over for Train Symbol 4 on the day of release, hopefully, with no technical hiccups. Hopefully. Commander GSW 2 on PS4 is fine. Crikey, it's a loud bike outside, or car, whatever it is. What did Commander say? TSW 2 on PS4 is fine. W3 number 3 is laggy. I hope they do drop it for the 8th gen because I don't want any part of it anymore. The PC people hate me because Dovetail told them to, so I'm happy they're being left behind. Well, who knows when they're going to get left behind. I mean, a number of games I have still support PlayStation 4. Gran Turismo 7 I have supports PS4. I think some of the new F1 games, the new EA FIFA thing, even though I'm not planning to buy the EA FIFA thing, not interested by the slightest. There's not many games other than Train Sim World I've really got to focus on, to be honest. I've got World of Warship Legends, which is nice because it's free to play, so I mean, if you buy TSW 4 with the on PlayStation, it's got 20% discounts, albeit that's for PlayStation Plus customers. So if you're not a PlayStation Plus customer, you have to pay the full fat price for it. I think the deluxe edition is what, 50-60 quid? There's a special edition which is ridiculously expensive. I think it's like, was it 100 quid or something? I was like, it's crazy. The standard edition is tempting, I must admit, because it's cheap-ish with 20% discount. I think it's just over 30 quid, which it's okay. It's not too bad. I think TSW2 was $24.99 when that first launched. We're nearing the end of the tunnel. At last. Maybe not. Just loaded in, I think. Another section of tunnel. Daylight! It'll be interesting. I'll tell you what I am curious about is to see what would be the better high speed multiple unit in Train Sim World, as far as British stuff is concerned. You know, the Azuma or the 395 Javelin. I'll have to look at the statistics of the Azuma, see if it has more power and all that stuff. I think Dovetail did do something with the Azuma where they said they've actually modelled it being available to run in like a diesel mode, but I think it's only for like emergency reasons or something like that. I mean, heck, you're not going to run in diesel mode in the Azuma from Peterborough to Doncaster, are you? You'd be mad if you did that. You wouldn't go very fast, I don't think. Speaking of GSW4, I did watch a tiny bit of the S-Bahn Vorarlberg, you know, the Austrian route, and that unit they've got, what is it, the OBB something Talent 1, it sounds very similar, if identical, to the 1442 Talent 2 that you see on the Verka Dresden or Rapid Transit. I need to go on that route. I haven't played Rapid Transit in a very long time. Good German route, I must say. Yeah, a bit surprised that it sounds the same, the Talent 1 compared to the Talent 2. Maybe it's the same, I wouldn't say power unit or generator, or I don't know, but I was surprised by how similar it sounded to the Talent 2. I can't remember, have we gone over the M25 yet? The bridge? The nice looking bridge? Maybe we haven't. I don't know, I've been too busy chatting away, I've forgotten where I am. I don't think I've seen it yet. Four miles to go until Ebbsfleet International. Oh. Better start braking. Ah, there we go. There's the bridge on the right-hand side. Another tunnel. Every time I drive in long tunnels like these, I'm always afraid I'm going to make a mistake. Especially with the safety systems. Same applies to the TGV. Or imagine I need to drive the TGV on those unique services on the Southeastern High Speed. I wish they did an extension to LGV Mediterranean. I did honestly think that like a new French route would have a chance of getting on to Train Sim World 4. Bit of a shame that Dovetail chose to focus on Austria. I mean, nothing against Austria. I mean, you know, it's a lovely country, great railway infrastructure and great history, but I would have preferred another French route, to be honest with you. Or an extension to LGV Mediterranean. I would have liked that. I mean, personally, if they did that, like an extension to LGV Mediterranean, or even a loco add-on, like the TGV Resu, the old one, Resu Duplex on LGV Mediterranean, I would pick it up in a heartbeat, no doubt, just purely for that, you know, like a possible route extension to Lyon, or a loco add-on to LGV Mediterranean. It's so underloved. I just love driving that TGV on that route. It feels like a roller coaster. Alright, we are approaching Ebbsfleet International. It's weird that the speed limits is displayed in miles per hour whilst the speedometer is in kilometers per hour. I think that's a bit of a bug. Because it will confuse you, won't it? Make you think, oh, do you mean 62 kilometers per hour or miles per hour? Okay. Under the rails we go. The first time I've stopped at Ebbsfleet International. There we are. Here we are at Ebbsfleet International. Nice glass exterior. Wonder if you can walk around there. Imagine you can, because you'd have to, wouldn't you, to get access to the upper platforms. Got a road. Not bad. I've seen worse. Yeah, okay. PIS boards there. Obviously one going to St Pancras. This one's going to Margate. That's where the trains would go if they're not stopping at Ebbsfleet or Thunderfruit station. Right, let's get in the cab. Let's go to our next and final stop, which is Ashford International. We'll see if I can do a depot run, maybe, going into the depot itself. Ashford International is just over 30 miles away. Now we can go at full speed. Wow, 186 miles per hour. Good grief, it's faster than I thought. I thought it was like 155, the maximum speed limit you could get on the high speed one. Didn't know it was 186. That's fast. Commando. I'm in a similar boat to you. I play only TSW2, Fallout 4, more ships. Oh, fair enough. Well, I haven't been on the forum in ages. Commando, I imagine they're all excited for Train Sim World 4. It should be, is basically Train Sim World 3 2.0. William, I don't play games nowadays really, I just do the bangers or find classics almost, cases by some. Fair enough. No, it's not fun, Commando, being vampired by Dovetail Games. I mean, if I had all the money in the world, and well, I wouldn't be playing games as much as I would do, I don't think. I mean, I do love cars, I'm not gonna lie. It's a big hobby of mine. I know exactly what I'd do if I had all the money in the world. I'd buy my dream garage. Ben is trying to keep it maintained and clean. Nah, but even if I did have a lot of money, I'd still be doing what I'm doing today with Train Sim World. Money buys you a lot of things, but it can't make you a train driver in real life. At least you can get kind of close to experiencing what a train driver does in the Train Sim World, or Train Simulator, of course. Just over 25 miles to go until Ashford International. I wonder if Dovetail will ever do another extension to Southeastern High Speed. It is their beloved route after all. Probably doing an extension to Ramsgate or something like that. Or maybe to like London Bridge or Victoria, something like that. That's the depot whistle. Never knew it had a depot whistle. What's this? Ah, motorway. Alright. It's a bit quiet. Obviously nobody uses these roads. Yeah, that long distance scenery in that section I just looked at briefly, that didn't look good. No, same old repetitive, flat, basic grass texture. Ugh. Yuck. Less of that the better, please. Earlier, my profile picture you are seeing now was taken in between 2000 and 2005. Oh wow, long time. Saw signs for a festival for classic and antiques. Oh, you like antiques, do you? Alright. Little gazebo tables. Very disappointed. We thought it was going to be loads of cars everywhere that you could nick. Well, not nick, but purchase, I should say. Five or more. Something to do, I suppose, Commando, with the money. Make the game better. That's a very good point. Well, I mean, the game isn't all doom and gloom. There are some good bits, I'm not on about Train Sim World 4, I'm on about just Train Sim World 3 in general. When Dovetail get their arse into gear, and make a decent product, they can make Train Sim World really shine at times. Brighton Mainline was, maybe scenery wise wasn't great, but the timetable was brilliantly executed. I mean, who would have thought at the time, was it 2 years ago, we had a service timetable that had over 1,500 services. Crazy. The third party devs are released some decent experiences. Skyhook Games, I think, have released some solid products. Cane Creek, Midland Mainline, Horseshoe Curve. Other games I think are a bit up and down, like they release a good route and kind of not, and, you know, they're a bit up and down as far as I'm concerned. TSG obviously has released some, well, probably the best looking route in the game with Needletail Barn for G6 Shunter, one of my favourite loco add-ons for Train Sim World. And of course you've got Just Trains coming with that 1980s themed route in the north west of England, Blackpool to Preston and wherever it is, wherever else the route goes. And I'd say Southeastern High Speed by Dovetail, I think, is a solid overall product. Could it be better? Yes, it could be. You could say that for most routes in the game. "15 miles to go until Ashford International." I wonder how long it would take to do a non-stop run from Peterborough to Doncaster in Train Sim World 4. Never thought of that. I mean, it's, how long is it, 80 miles? So, probably, I don't know. Well, it depends how fast you can go on that section of the East Coast Main Line. I've never been on the East Coast Main Line, so I don't know how fast the trains can go. What would I say? Maybe up to an hour, maybe? That's a complete guess. Maybe 40-45 minutes. I imagine the maximum speed limit you can reach is, what is it, 125? Surely. Unless we're talking like 155 miles per hour, then I would be a bit surprised if it was that kind of speed. I'm thinking maybe 125, 130 maybe, to push. Just over 10 miles to go until Ashford International. Nearly there, people, nearly there. Commando, yeah, I agree, 100% Spurs. They made some fantastic stuff that works in this one to play. Just ever since Rush Hour, they've let it slowly decline. I agree with you there, to be honest. It's like one bit is good and then the other falls short. Like, for example, what was a route that I was looking forward to that I really wanted to get straight away? I think it was, this goes back to Train Sim World 2, I think it was the New York Harlem line. That really got me thinking, like, yeah, I like the sound of that, you know, a big, you know, commuter style route in the heart of New York City. It's going to be busy, it's going to look like, well, what New York would look like. And the service pattern was a bit, I wouldn't say disappointed, I was a mixed. Like, the early morning patterns are quite good, quite busy, a lot of life, you know, injected into the route's timetable, you know, lots of trains, depot runs, and a short little branch to the Yankees Stadium, I think. But at the same time I was disappointed with the route scenery, because it's just not New York City. It really isn't. It's not New York City. It's nothing like New York City, really. So I was disappointed in that respect. So it just seems like Dovetail can't get the balance at the moment between a good looking route and the experiences you can do with that route, you know. Peak Forest was the same. Route looked fantastic. I think one of the best routes Dovetail has made in a very long time as far as looks go. I mean, of course, it goes back to, what is it, Peak Forest was set in 1963, so I imagine there was a lot of guesswork with the terrain and, you know, certain buildings and trees and all that kind of stuff. But the timetable, it was okay. I think the passenger stuff was a little bit disappointing. You know, in fact, you can't do a service from, I don't know, where does it go to? Ambergate to Chinley, even though the AI can do a service from Chinley to Ambergate. So why can't we? But I don't know, maybe Dovetail will add it in as a patch or something. I know Mr. Pedleston did say he wanted to improve the timetable for Peak Forest, and if they do that, then yeah, I'll be happy. Another example could be Spirit Steam, where Dovetail was so focused on the physics, the actual locomotives of, you know, bringing steam to Train Sim World, it's almost like they forgot they had to make a route for it at the last minute. I think the route was a massive letdown, especially, you know, with all the advertising and they did for Spirit Steam. You know, it was a big disappointment for me. The route was just a bit dull, you know, especially in, you know, the Liverpool area and Runcorn. You know, you see these big yards and, you know, vistas of, you know, factories, and, you know, you think, wow, it looks busy, but it really isn't, because there's no shunting services in any of the industries you see dotted around the route. So I was very disappointed with that aspect. So again, it's like I said earlier, you know, just Dovetail can't quite get a balance between a good looking route or an accurate route and the experiences that, you know, you want to do or you can't do because of maybe limitations or technical reasons. Oh, I need to brake, my god, I'm too busy talking and not focusing on the driving. We're just under 2.5 miles from Ashford International. Anyway, I'll shut up now about with me moaning and groaning about Dovetail. I'm fed up with it now. I'm not going to become one of Dovetail's angels and just praise the game constantly, but you know, you got to have a balanced argument. You know, there's some good things and bad things, I suppose, like with every game, really. Another short but sweet tunnel. Arriving certainly ahead of schedule. Speaking of ahead of schedule, do we have a train that's in the platform? In our platform? No, we don't. So, clear run into Ashford International. Ah, what did I do wrong? No! What did I do wrong? Oh. No, 100 km/h. Oh, right. Oopsie daisy. Never mind. There we go. Switch it off and switch it on again. Works every time. There we go. I must have been under the wrong speed limit or something. Nearly a perfect run. There's always something I do wrong on these streams. I'm interested as to, I know you see some 465s and 375s down here. I'm wondering where do they go? I don't know. There we go. Here we are at Ashford International and Journey's End. Yeah, so where's the depot? Depot's over there somewhere, isn't it? Yeah, you see, like, you got a few 465s and 375s. I'm just wondering where they go. Even probably go off there, or like that one over there. I don't know. There we are. I think that'll do. Job well done, as far as I'm concerned. The high-speed service couldn't have gone any better. Went from St Pancras International, stopped at Stratford, Ebbsfleet, and finally terminated at Ashford International. And took just over 40 minutes. I'd say that was pretty good going. Liam Dovetail was the devil in disguise. He'll be playing that song now, Devil in Disguise by Elvis Presley. I can guarantee it. But yeah, there we go. That concludes this stream on the wonderful Southeastern High Speed. If you did enjoy this stream, then make sure to hit the thumbs up button below. And if you are watching for the first time, be it live or on playback, then feel free to subscribe to the channel. The next stream will be tomorrow on Monday the 4th of September, and we'll be doing more high-speed passenger action, this time going to Germany, where we're taking a look at the first, I think, high-speed railway in Germany, Schnellfahrstrecke Kassel to Würzburg. So hopefully you can join me for that. If not, never mind. You don't worry. The stream will be re-uploaded to the channel, so you can watch it back in full. So I'd just like to say thank you very much for watching. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I'll see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.